force in the gaps that's made him successful so far in this game, guys.
All right, thank you, Paris. And that was clearly evident, Michael, in the first half, and the success that OKC was having on the offensive end, because they were getting guys in the right spots and getting the ball in the right spot.
Well, and you have to do you have to be vigilant. And I'll tell you one thing, those 10 threes are resonating on the scoreboard as well, too, because it's got to have the Jazz scratching their head about whether or not, they want to stay in it. How about that box out that time by Hartenstein? He boxed Walker Kessler pretty much out of the picture on what I used to do.
And that's the way it should be, Mike. I mean, Walker Kessler, you're right. He was completely below the baseline, which means he's got no chance of getting the rebound. He does there on the Shea miss, but I think that's a nuance to rebounding that people might forget. They say, well, I'm just going to go and get the basketball. Well, you got to get your guy out of the play first. That's going to be a double dribble on Utah, another turnover. With for the rebound, doesn't want to have to deal with you boxing him out.
Yeah, that kind of gets you, a little bit upset there.
Not going to be upset with a Hartenstein.
Underestimate the value of hustling for loose balls. It's a nice play that time by John Collins, man. He had to lay that high up off the glass to get that over Chet Holmgren.
John Collins averaging over 18 points per game. I mean, he's been a double-digit scorer his entire career going back to Atlanta. Shea off, and he's 0 for 2 here in the second half. Another substantial lead for the Thunder. That is going to be lost out of bounds.
Ambitious move by Collier against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Holmgren goes up high to flush it down with the right hand.
The Thunder had a 13-4 advantage in second chance points in that first half. To add 2 more to that, kind of flipping the script right now on the Jazz, who are a very good rebounding team.
Like Collins,
but like 1 out of 10 times, you're going to time that just right to get a tip dunk.
Ask Aaron Wiggins.
Absolutely, that's right. He had an amazing one.
He's one of the best at timing those up. But like you said, it is really hard to do. Dort hoists, no. Karam's right outside to Clarkson. Collier wants to pass, does so. Automatic there to Collins. He's still got a lot of energy in those legs. He can get up high.
Yeah, he's a high riser. Sometimes you forget about that because he's really added the three-point shot to his game.
And Holmgren on the reverse. Beautiful display of passing from OKC to set him up.
He did a good job, too, of using his body around those shot blockers.
Collins again, and he's doing it. We've got 22 points in the game. Here's J-Dub. And he got, nope, not going to get away with the travel. Well, Jalen Williams, he's got so much personality, Mike.
Well, and I think, for him, a lot of times, you don't want to lose your enthusiasm for the game. I just think that's so important. And even as you get older, and it becomes infectious. Man, how about this nice move by Shea to get around the defense? But, and he's one of those guys, he's an energy bunny. He gets the team going.
And Clarkson got around the screen. Jordan Clarkson, never afraid to shoot, always looking for his shot, does so there. And Clarkson with 13. Hartenstein flashes, trying to make a move on Markkanen, gives it up to Dort. Dort, mid-range shot, and Lou Dort was ready for it, and that's why he's able to score.
Well, and Hartenstein just showing once again why he's such a point center, if you allow me to say that. He is very good at moving the basketball quickly.
Collier, that's not his shot. There's Hartenstein, this time trying to find an outlet. You see so many more big men with skill from the outside. There is Jalen Williams showing another 3 from the outside. That's his 4th of the night.
Well, they've done a good job of kind of wrestling back the momentum from the Jazz, who called timeout, being only down 15.
Oh, Markkanen has had nothing going in this game. He's been limited to 2 points. Holmgren yet again, that time battling with Walker Kessler.
Like this kid can in his second season at 7'1". Take a look at this. Giving the Thunder some free throws here. As the Jazz are trying to cut into that 20.
Throw, there'll be 6 straight points for OKC. I think Chet's still getting his feet under him. After missing that for him, but for his teammates, getting used to having him back out on the floor and everything they've been doing, particularly working with Hartenstein. But you can already feel his defensive presence with those 3 blocks.
And once again, the Thunder got them into a deep shot clock. And that's a bank shot by Markkanen. You can live with that. And he's had a tough shooting night so far. Where that's just his second made shot. He's 2 of 11.
And he's been completely shut down. There was nothing pure about that bank shot. Markkanen just trying to see something go down. The Thunder just have completely neutralized him as Clarkson sees a double team. Passes over the top. Markkanen again from the outside. No, not going to happen there. What does SGA do? Pulls up 1-on-2. And Kessler's going to get credit for that rebound.
You see the Jazz are just trying to hang around to try to keep this game from getting out of hand. No lead is ever safe in the NBA. That's a walk by Clarkson. My goodness. Called a walk first. My goodness. Guy can't.
Caruso takes it himself, drives hard, and Alex Caruso takes a stumble, but still able to score on the layup.
That's +2 for him. Still in the ball on one end and then making the play. A tough finish before the shot blockers could get there on the other end.
Alex Caruso said this time of year, usually the teams that play the hardest are rewarded. As that 3 goes down for Springer. But every time Caruso is in, seems to be making winning plays. Holmgren knew it was going to be short. Punched it back out to the perimeter. And Shea, and I believe they're going to call this, on the floor.
That ball is dead. Get down the floor, see what happens.
From shirts to jerseys to hats, you'll find everything you need to show your Thunder pride at the official Thunder shop.
Doesn't show up on the stat sheet. Now he got a steal and he got 2 points, but it's how he did it. He denied 2 points and got 2 points, so that's a 4-point swing by one guy.
On both ends of the floor, too. He's used those smarts over the course of his career. They were just unheralded coming out of Texas A&M, and to work for everything. Utah fortunate to retain, but Walker Kessler had the positioning inside on Chet. It has been fun to watch Chet Holmgren and Walker Kessler kind of battle on the interior.
Yeah, two young centers, going at it.
Holmgren with the flash, squares up, and he's going to get the friendly bounce.
And see, that's the vulnerability of that zone defense. You got to get the ball to the middle of the floor. And if you got a guy that can make a play, Hartenstein, and you just saw Chet Holmgren, that's helping your offense.
Well, the Thunder have the answer to that question so far tonight. Every time that Utah has decided to play that kind of defense, as George steps behind the three-point line as he's now into double digits with 12. And the threes starting to accumulate here for Utah.
That's been a big plus for them on the scoreboard here.
They were really quiet in the first as Wiggins, he's been quiet himself. There's his first points of the night. It comes here in the third quarter.
He's such a cool hand, Luke. Just took his time. He was wide open on that little 10-footer and knocked it down.
And George with back. The Thunder have the basketball. Saw it early from Kenrich Williams, who's now on the floor. Shea sees a double coming over and too much contact and a foul.
Never moved by the Utah Jazz. I applaud them for it because what do the Thunder like to do best? Drive the basketball. And how do you stop the drive? You got to pack the, you got to pack the dimension, getting to those spots. They like to drive the basketball. There's not a team.
Once again, stepping into the passing lane, and SGA decides to pass back out to the perimeter. You see that high IQ. Alex Caruso, his teammates speak so high.
I don't know if that's a sixth sense or whatever, but I tell you one thing, it is huge in basketball.
Kick out to Wiggins. Off the catch. That is good. Aaron Wiggins.
Just out of the corner of his eye, he saw Aaron Wiggins. And he obliged him with a trifecta to get that lead back up to 20.
Shea shuts off the drive. And Filipowski from the outside, coming off a career high in his rookie campaign. Second-round pick out of Duke, one of the 3 draft picks from Utah in last summer's draft. Caruso, this time he'll take it himself, and the scoop no good. George with speed, battling, and had the step there on SGA. Little too much speed. As we come up on the 2-minute mark, Kenrich Williams from way behind the 3-point line, and Kenrich has his second 3 of the night.
Well, the Thunder saying, all right, look, you're going to give us the shot. We got to take it. You know, if you don't take a wide open shot, it becomes a bad shot, folks, at any level. And, you know, court line trying to dribble the basketball, that could be a problem.
Now, Mark Daigneault has gone 10 deep tonight, all of whom have contributed, as there's a mid-range shot by Collier, usually trying to distribute. He's the best assist man of this rookie class at over 5. Wiggins drives, floats, no. And the rebound to Cody Williams. Makes his move on to Wiggins. Lost it and out of bounds. That's a turnover.
Basketball, he could not get it up to the basket.
Kenrich. Caruso again. Sees so much maneuverability, so much space. It leads to a wide open shooter, and why not Cason Wallace, as he's got his first 3.
Well, right now the Thunder are putting on a clinic on how to attack the zone. You know, you got to be, you know, strategic and intentional in dribbling with the basketball, and then finding those shooters.
There's just so much space out on the floor, and there's going to be a late whistle and a foul. They're going to say it's on the bump, and then you go into the continuation, but no continuation. Collier able to slip behind SGA for the layup. Kenrich sets the screen. Shea wanted the 2 for 1. And there's a little over 3 seconds between shot and game. So there might be some time on the back end here. Let's see what Utah does, how quickly they operate. As Caruso trying to apply a little pressure. Filipowski, left hand. And there's a whistle and a foul.